Hello and welcome to Grim Survival. This is going to be my very random live stream of the week because just sometimes I do this. It's fun. I like the interaction I get with people. So, yeah, that's why I go live. There's a lot of channels that do it for various reasons. Let me mute the phone. And yeah, I do it just because I do. Yeah, mute phone, mute. Shut up. There you go. Shut up, phone. So yeah, title Coffee with Grim. I'm making coffee right now. It's processing coffee. But topic is going to be fun. Hello, one person, three people who have shown up. Glad you're here. So I'm gonna talk a little bit about the situation that's happening in Portland right now. Sends Blue Diamonds. Hello, how's it going? Yeah, has anybody seen what's going on in Portland? Portland is definitely having some issues today. The narrative is that 300 heavily armed protesters stormed into the state capitol building during a meeting they were having to discuss locking people down even more, from basically what I heard. So, yeah. So basically, that's the narrative. 300 heavily armed people went into the building, and they basically were what they're being called as anti-lockdown protesters. This is what the mainstream media is calling these people. They also said that basically they were in there yelling and screaming like crazy people, demanding the arrest of, I believe it was the governor, whose name escapes me. I probably have it here. Let me throw it on the other screen so I can read it here. But it says only 100 people out of the 300 actually forced their way into the Capitol building. And Kate Brown is the name of the woman that they were demanding her arrest. So, Prepper Book Club, how's it going? Vicky Savage in the house. Hello, everyone. Heavily armed. Yeah, so that's the narrative that the mainstream media is giving us. Heavily armed, but that's not the actual fact, because if you've seen any of these pictures, there was one guy, maybe two guys out of the 100 people that stormed the building. Two guys were, in full military style gear, body armor, carrying, long guns, rifles, whatever you want to call them. And yeah, two people maybe were heavily armed, but the vast majority of these people look like just everyday people. A lot of them were older gentlemen and older women. So I'm not seeing the truth behind that heavily armed statement that they're trying to feed us right now. Needless to say, a couple of them were arrested. Yeah, so how is it 300 heavily armed people had anyone arrested when the news and the mainstream media is even saying that there was only about 30 to 40 police officers blocking the single hallway where they went in? So I'm just not seeing it. It sounds like a bunch of what to me, but yeah. Hello, Christina. How's it going? I missed your last live stream. I meant to make it, but then I don't think I got the notification, and by the time I realized that you were done. So yeah. Thanks, YouTube. Appreciate that. YouTube has been doing that quite a bit. I'm surprised you guys are here. I'm surprised that they even let you know I was live, because they've been demonetizing a lot of my videos. So, yeah, this was about 10 a.m. this morning when the protesters entered the Capitol building in Portland. They're saying at least two protesters were arrested, but, that just goes back to what I'm saying is there's no way that they arrested anyone if there were 300 heavily armed people there. And just looking at the crowd, I'm looking at the picture right now. It's just a lot of people dressed like me, really. There's a lot of them that have their faces covered, not by, the typical masks that you see, but by military style masks and bandanas and things, probably because they just didn't want the people who know who they were. So yeah, it's just uh is it in Salem? Because they're saying it was the Capitol building in Portland on this particular news article that I read. It says armed anti-lockdown protesters storm Oregon State Capitol building. Okay, maybe it wasn't in Portland, so maybe I just got that wrong. But needless to say, the state Capitol building had about 100 people rush in there. So, and they were basically, I'll read you what it says here on this. Is coming out of dailymailco.uk. So this is UK news, but it says about 300 anti-lockdown protesters gathered outside Oregon State Capitol building and forced their way in Monday during a lawmaker special session. Governor Kate Brown called the special session that was closed to the public to discuss pandemic relief among other bills. The protest started around 9 a.m. this morning. That would be West Coast time. So, yeah. Compromised members of the Proud Boys, or comprised of members of the Proud Boys, is what it's saying. Patriot Prayer and other far-right groups, some seen carrying rifles. Shortly before 9:30 a.m., police declared unlawful assembly and said protesters would be arrested if they did not disperse. How can police just violate the constitutional rights of the American people that easily? Because they just step on it like it doesn't even exist. But hey, illegal protest, illegal gathering due to so many people in proximity to each other without their masks on. That's what they were claiming. Protesters were shouting, "We want our rights back. Arrest Kate Brown." Angry with their handling of the pandemic. That's basically the headline there. They were not heavily armed. There were not 300 heavily armed people at all. Not even the 100 people that pushed their way into the building were heavily armed. It's just, yeah. Yeah, I know that a lot of people in the whole state have been trying to get rid of her for a long time, and it's been said that the election wasn't, legit, but I don't live in the area and I don't follow it that closely. So, yeah. Josh Connor in the house. How's it going, man? Troll Patrol is here. So just to let you guys know, I got about 20 more minutes to kill, about 20, 25 more minutes. So this is going to be a very short live stream. I do want to remind everybody while I have your attention that tomorrow, 9 p.m. Eastern time, I will be a guest on the Angry Prepper channel. I actually had been texting with the Angry Prepper on my phone. That, he called me or actually he gave me his number and told me to call him, which was an interesting event. It was strange to me when these large prepper channels and they call or I call them and they're just like they are on their videos. They're like no different than listening to them when you're listening to them on the phone or when you're listening to them on the video. So that's the kind of people I like. Real people. I like real people, not the ones that put on a show. And there's a lot of YouTube channels, mostly not prepper channels, but a lot of YouTube channels where people just put on a show. And yeah, it's entertaining to a point. But yeah, so you live in Oregon and they're correct. Southern part of Oregon votes don't count in elections, not presidential. Yeah, the state elections, I agree. A lot of them are like that. Paula, how's it going? Thank you for being a member of the coffee club. Speaking of the coffee club, I have coffee over here. It's right here. We the people prepping. I got your email. I just forgot to send the text because, yeah, I forgot. I really did. Sorry. I didn't mean to forget. I looked at it and I was going to do it, and then I got distracted by other things. I'm pouring coffee right now, if you can see that. That's some black coffee, and I'm drinking it just like that, trying not to spill really hot coffee on myself because that would be bad. That would be very bad. Red Burning Fires, how's it going? I got to hit this button over here because I think I missed something. So I got to hit the button and check that and hit this other button and check that. Yeah, just checking. So, what are we, 10W40? What are you talking about, my coffee? Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. I like it thick and black. Yeah, my kids say it's black like your soul. I'm like, yeah, black like your soul, you little. No, but thank you very much for the super chat. I appreciate that. A lot of people go live just because they want super chats. They really do. I go live because I want to talk to people. I really enjoy the interactions I have between me and you guys in the chat, and that's why I started doing the premieres, because I just like sitting there and chatting with everybody. So yeah, I won't be typing on this thing because it's loud. When I type on it's just clickety click, 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 clack the whole time, and it annoys people. So I don't do it. But yeah, like I said, I got roughly 20 minutes to kill here. So this is going to be a short live stream. So in other news, they're talking about a CV24, the latest strain. So I guess that Songbird movie had it wrong because I think they were calling it 23 in that movie, if I remember correctly. So yeah, Coffee Club sponsored by Quaker State Prepper Book Club, man. Yeah, you're right. It smells like black coffee. Whoa, that's hot. And I had a piece of coffee ground on my cup. I hope it's not in my coffee. Every now and then, if you don't be very careful with your French press, you'll get a little bit of coffee grounds in your coffee. It's good for you, though. Just swallow it and act like it's not there. Yeah, please give me a thumbs up or even a thumbs down. The algorithm, as it is called, the YouTube AI that likes to slap us down, definitely looks nicely upon you when you get more thumbs up for some odd reason. Yeah, YouTube. I'm trying not to get banned. All right, don't get banned. Bad, Grim. America first. I like that. That's a good name. Governor, yeah, Governor Brown is a piece of something. All right. I'm not gonna, yeah. Anyway, yeah, I love my French press too. This one's stainless steel. I don't remember where I got it from, but I had a glass one before this. I like the glass one a lot too, but I broke it, so I got a metal one so I don't break it. Yep, you're right, Josh. Bad Grim. Trying not to get banned here. It's not always an easy task to not get banned. It really is not an easy task. I really need just a list of things I'm not supposed to say right here. But in the event somebody gave me a list of things I'm not supposed to say, I would read that list to you live on camera and get myself banned. So please don't send me that list, because that's what would happen. I guarantee you, without question, that's what would happen. So please don't send me that list, because yeah, I'd get banned. It's a badge of honor to get banned. Speaking of which, I have a backup YouTube channel. I meant to be this week uploading a lot of my Bible study videos to it, but I got distracted doing other things. Amazon was so kind enough to shut down my Amazon affiliates account for the second time, saying I violated their policies with some of the products that I was, reviewing or showing you guys on the channel. Probably the spear. So probably. So they shut it down for a second time. I'm going to try to reinitialize it, but I'm going to have to build an actual website around it. So look for grimsurvival.net to actually go back online sometime sooner or later, whenever I get to it. Maybe this week. Maybe. Yeah. We the people prepping, you're waiting 3 hours to upload your video. I can help you with that. I can tell you what software to use. What software I use is Adobe Premiere. That's computer software. They actually have an app also called Adobe Rush, and I can tell you really quickly what you got to set it as and record your videos at 1080p. I can record a 20-minute video at 1080p and have it online processed, and then waiting for monetization after that point. But online and processing takes about 20 minutes tops. So I've really figured out the software, and now it's not going to bring it up because my computer's busy doing something. But I will send you an email on the specs if you want to get the program and try it out. I can help you with it. It's really easy once you figure it out and get used to it. I mean, a lot of the times I don't even edit the videos. I just run them through there to process them on my computer so that it makes it go online quicker with the certain format that it processes it to before the upload. So yeah, it's definitely very helpful. Very, very helpful. So, yeah, keep in mind, if I haven't said it already, which I know I have, I will be on Angry Prepper tomorrow. Tomorrow, 9 p.m. This is going to be fun. I got to go collect a can of Spam somewhere. I really do, just for fun. It can depend on your upload speed quite a bit, but it also depends on the file size. And how I process the videos is I bring down the file size quite a bit. So the file size goes down from about 1 gigabyte file to about 200 to 300 megabytes, and it makes it a whole lot faster, and it keeps the quality at 1080p, which also is a big factor. The higher the quality, the longer the processing time. So yeah, you have a whole palette of spam. I need to see that. I need to go watch that video. If you have that video up, I need to see that, because I've never seen a palette of spam, and I've worked in warehouses before, and yeah, I've never seen a palette of spam. So that would be interesting. I did make a spear, and then I broke it because of the arrowhead. I broke the arrowhead, actually. I'll show you. I got these off of Amazon. I didn't pay much attention when I bought them, but I did make it. The videos online of that's not arrowheads. That's drill bits. Where did I put the arrowheads? They're around here somewhere. Oh, there they are. I have too much crap on my desk, I'm telling you. There they are, arrowheads that I bought from Amazon. Now the problem with this is, besides the metal blades and the metal tip, the rest of it's plastic, and that is why I broke it, because I was testing it on a very hard surface, which was a 2x6 yellow pine 2x6, and I hit it pretty hard with on that thing and snapped that little plastic piece of junk pretty quickly. So yeah. Yeah, I will. I mean, it's really easy to make a spear. I could just go out there and I could carve a sharp point on the end of the stick and it would be done. I really could. You burn it a little bit over some coals, it hardens it a little, and yeah, it'll work better than that arrowhead did. But I just wanted to test it out to see if I could do it with arrowheads. A lot of people have arrowheads, and I figured it would be a good testing platform. So yeah, it kind of worked. Greg, how's it going? Jefferson Martial Arts is here. I'm having evening coffee. This is going to be a quick live stream. I got about 15 minutes left, and then I do have things I have to be doing. Yeah, just that time of day. I typically don't do live streams this evening or this late in the evening, but yeah, I just didn't feel like recording the video to talk about what was going on in Portland. So what happened in Portland with the 300 protesters and the 100 people pushing into the, or not Portland, it's Oregon. It was in Salem, Oregon, state capitol building. I'll get that right one day. Sorry. But what's happening over there in Oregon with the 300 protesters and the 100 people pushing into the capitol building is expected. It's completely expected. I mean, I've been saying this for quite a while that we're going to start seeing more of this. This actually happened before earlier this year. It was only, I think it was, maybe it was in May, I believe, where they did the pretty much the very same thing over in Michigan, where they just did pretty much the exact same thing, calling for the same thing. So what has happened is, I'll go back to the article right now, is armed anti-lockdown protesters storm Oregon State Capitol building during special session, shouting, "We want our rights back," as police declare it an unlawful assembly. So the mainstream media is trying to say that 300 people were there. They were heavily armed. 100 heavily armed people busted into the building trying to get to the governor, Kate Brown, and demanding her arrest. That's not true. That's completely not true. There was maybe a couple of, maybe two. I've seen pictures of maybe two people in the entire crowd that had military style equipment on and military style weapons with them. The rest of them looked like everyday people like me and you, wearing flannel shirts. Quite a few of them were older gentlemen, quite a few older women there. And yeah, and they declared it an unlawful assembly due to the fact that they were in close proximity without masks on. Yeah. Window liquor prepper. Hi. You should check out my doorknob liquor shirt on my Teespring. Just saying. I mean, I think it would be right up your alley. just saying. Yeah, I do have a doorknob liquor. It says I've been licking doorknobs since 2020 and has, a cartoon doorknob and a tongue. It's on my Teespring. There's a mug, a t-shirt. Yeah, all kinds of stuff with that ridiculous thing I made on there. So, yeah, I also have the Gremlin shirt. I got to order myself one because I liked it. So I'm going to order my Gremlin shirt and have it sent to myself sooner or later. Probably sooner more than later. But, yeah, check out my Teespring if you want to see the doorknob liquor shirt because, I also made a mask. Now, I don't like masks. I don't believe anybody should be wearing them, but I made one anyway because somebody thought it would be funny because somebody I know is forced to wear one at their job. So I got it for them. And that's the only reason I actually made the mask. So, yeah. David Williams, YouTube tried to block your comment. I had to show it. I watched it. Ridiculous reporting. If I had been, I'm not going to mention that group, but if I had been them, then everything would have given, everything. They would have been able to walk right into the building and shake the governor's hand, and she would have told them what a good job they're doing. But that's what they do. That's just what they do. Big Pharma is China. Well, America is China 2.0 at this point with the infringement on our rights, in my opinion. So like I was saying just a minute ago, we are seeing, CV24, the latest strain, and this is being said by a lot of information that I have from other prepping channels that this is one of the more deadly strains. of this, and the current shot they're trying to push out on everybody does nothing for this particular strain. So, like I've said it many times, this virus has shares so many similarities to a typical flu virus that it probably is, and including the death rate, they share very similar numbers. Yeah, just saying. Ben Affleck, yeah, I thought you were an okay Batman. Just saying. But anyway, well, that's what the people should do in Washington, D.C. Yeah, arrest for treason. I agree. I completely agree. But 300 people protesting. It was breaking news about 11 a.m. this morning. This happened about between 10 and 11 my time, Eastern time. So a little earlier, a little later than that for them. I think they said it was about 9 a.m. their time. So that would have been about noon Eastern time is when this was happening, between noon and 1, somewhere in that area. But yeah, it happened today where they went to the Oregon Capitol building and demanded the arrest of the governor. A couple people were arrested, which just goes to show you that they weren't that heavily armed. 30 to 40 police officers were blocking the hallway as they entered the building, and nobody ever got through them, and nobody ever made it to see the governor. So, yeah. Doing a cold weather camp tomorrow night. Yeah, I've been trying to get out and do one of those myself. I really have. I'm going to, record it, obviously, but finding time to do it has just been crazy. So tomorrow night I'm going to be a little bit busy, but I'm thinking to try Wednesday. I'm going to try. I really want to take my kayak out and go find a nice place, quiet spot on the lake. And yeah. So error, try again. We the people prepping has made a comment, and every time I try to approve it, it just keeps saying error, try again. So yeah, I'll read it to you anyway. We the people said people that okay, I'm not reading that. Sorry, we the people. Not reading that, man. I'll let you try that again. It will not let me show that comment. It just keeps saying error every single time I try to show the comment. You're being censored, man. It's not by me. I didn't do it. I really didn't. But yeah, let's go back into this most deadly strain of the mutation is what it's being called. The mutation of the virus that's going around. First off, how is it spreading if everyone on the planet is wearing their mask everywhere? So that's the biggest question right there I have. How is it spreading? How is it the first one spread when pretty much everyone in China had been wearing masks for several years? I mean, just how? How is it spreading? I mean, the masks are so very effective. They work so well against preventing viruses. So how is it not stopping the virus? Are people taking their mask out and just coughing out in the open, rubbing their hands across their nose and wiping it on other people's faces? I mean, is this how we're spreading this? I mean, I thought social distancing was supposed to prevent things like that, but I guess not. I guess not. Licking doorknobs since 2020. Yep. That's how we do it. The more doorknobs you lick, the better your immunity gets. Just saying, it might be something worth a try. There's obviously people that do it. So I've seen pictures of it when I was looking for certain things to get some ideas about how to make the image. There are a lot of pictures of people licking doorknobs on Google. Just type it in if you want to see it. I don't recommend it. I really do not. So, South Florida DCL, I agree. It has been manufactured. All right, we the people. I got it that time. Fire, Stina, they blocked your comment also. I had to approve them both. I'm still not licking your comment, man. Or licking. I'm not reading your comment. You have got me confused here, buddy. You really have. Fire, Stina, a true N95 mask would. But yeah, I have several N95 masks. They are effective at blocking your airway for about 15 minutes, and then it doesn't work anymore. About 15 minutes, and that's on the high end because moisture from your breath actually makes it ineffective. So even an N95 mask probably wouldn't do you too much good. Viruses, typically, especially viruses that are not airborne, don't enter through your nose and mouth anyway. They get on your hands, you rub your eyes, you touch your face, and that's how you contract a virus. So a mask isn't going to prevent that anyway. So yeah, N95 masks, I do have several of them. I have a whole box full of them. But like I said, Just look it up. Look it up. Don't believe me. Please don't believe me. Do your own research. Question everything. Reaper 10 millimeter. How's it going? Yeah, I still want to fire a 10 millimeter. I never have. The first thing I ever fired was a 45 ACP. That was the first handheld, I should say, that I actually fired. Mike Bell, thank you for the comment. I'm not going to bother to show it, but you can be on your way if you don't like what I'm saying. I mean, why are you here? Look it up. Don't believe me. If you don't believe me, look it up. Do your own research. I mean, seriously, do your own research. Like I said, don't believe what I say. Don't believe what I say. Viruses are not contracted unless they're airborne through your airway. I mean, that is common sense. Last time I checked, that was common sense. You have to actually get it on your skin and put it somewhere where there's an opening. So, yeah. I had a Taurus. It was a full-size Taurus is what my first one that I ever purchased was. And I actually think I'm wrong. I think the first one I ever fired belonged to my dad, and it was a 380. So, yeah. But the first one I ever purchased and learned with was a full-size Taurus 45 ACP. It was huge. It was too big for my hands. So I downgraded to I wouldn't say downgraded. I upgraded to a Glock 19, and it just, yeah, fits my hand so much better. How's it going, James? James, I'm James. You can call me Grim, but I don't mind either way. Either way, I have about 5 minutes left of this live stream. Like I said, it was going to be really short live stream. I have things I have to be doing. I wasn't going to go live. I was going to just record a video talking about this whole Oregon State Capitol building issue, but I just figured I would get everyone's opinion on it. So, yeah. Yeah, if you want to lick some doorknobs, that'll definitely find you a virus. It really will. I mean, if it's not the one you're looking for, just keep licking doorknobs until you get the correct virus, because I'm sure you'll get several. You'll probably get some bacteria infections. You probably get, a lot of other things from doing that. So I wouldn't necessarily recommend it. But, I mean, if you want to build your immunity, I'm sure it will help your immune system at a point after you get through, if you survive all the things that you're going to get by doing it. So, no, I did not see it. It's very cloudy and very, very windy. That's probably the noise you're hitting, because it's actually the wind is slamming into the window that's right behind me. It's, very loud, actually. It's very, very windy. So, yeah. But I haven't actually tried to even look for it, to be honest with you, either. I'm not sure which direction in the sky to look. So, and I think it's still overcast. I'll go back out there in a little while just to have a look around, just because I tend to go outside after live streams, because this hat makes me hot when I'm sitting inside with it for too long. Yeah, it's a very nice hat, and it keeps your head warm. I'm very surprised at how warm this hat actually keeps your head. I need some like earmuffs, because that's the only thing that gets cold when I'm outside with this hat on. So, yeah, Greg has been licking the like buttons at every club, and he hasn't caught anything yet. Well, that's because it's on your own device, Greg. You got to go lick everyone else's like button to catch something. I mean, if that's your goal. Nicole, have a great night yourself. Thank you for being here. I like that little Christmas tree. I didn't know they had that emoji. So, yeah. Yeah, I have a 511 Rush 72 is my bug out bag or get home bag. It's typically either right by the front door or in my vehicle at all times. It just depends on how many times I leave the house that day. I don't carry it back and forth. I do plan on doing the bug out bag challenge, the bug out challenge, doing an overnight with nothing but your bug out bag. He does. Joe doesn't want Greg to go over and lick his like button. He just would prefer you not do that, man. So, yeah, I mean, to each his own. But anyway, my bug out bag. Oh, I just kicked the camera. Yeah, that's the top of my curtains. Come back here. This thing is like, there we go. Yeah, I got to have the black backdrop, or it's just not very grim in here. Yeah, I'm trying to put my foot up under the desk, and I caught the wire that's running that way under the desk, because the computer's under the desk over there somewhere. And yeah, it's just Yeah. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, I was talking about the Bug Out Bag Challenge. So Hutch Homestead, a channel I highly recommend. He definitely needs more subscribers. He has challenged all preppers to do a one night overnight with only their bug out bag and the contents of their bug out bag. So I intend to do this. The one thing that was missing in my bug out bag video is I had taken the tarp out of there and moved it to my hiking pack, and I never bothered to put it back in. So I will be re-adding my tarp. Well, I've already re-added my tarp for that particular challenge. I'm also I keep Mountain House freeze-dried meals in my bug out bag. And I probably won't be eating those for the challenge. I'll bring food because Mountain House freeze-dried meals are worth their weight in gold currently, and you can get steaks cheaper than that. And I have a steak in the freezer that I will take out with me because, yeah, I'm not going to use the Mountain House. I'd save those for an actual emergency. So those will be the only couple of changes I really make with my bug out bag. Really. So yeah, I also had acquired a very small camping grill that I have added to my bug out bag also. And I will show you that in a day or two, probably when I actually do the video. So Wednesday is the goal for that. Maybe Wednesday into Thursday. I believe Thursday is actually Christmas Eve, but I don't mind. That just means there'll be less people trying to, hopefully, maybe less people out on the trails and places I tend to go. So yeah. Yeah, I have seen a couple of your videos. I have seen them. I will try to watch more. I am actually subscribed to approaching 200 prepper channels right now. So it's outright impossible for me to watch everyone's video. So yeah, it's impossible. I don't even watch every one of Alaska Preppers videos. I just don't have that kind of time in my day. So yeah. I have a small little folding grill. I forget what the brand name is, but I will show it to you, because I plan to use it to grill a steak, so you'll definitely see it in a video soon, very soon. Yeah, my bug out bag is currently in my Durango right now. So my Durango's been having some issues. It's having brake issues. I keep having to push the pedal all the way to the floor unless I pump it, and then it tightens up. And the heat has started to work intermittently, which is not good for winter. So I'm not sure which one is most important to fix, the heat so I don't freeze to death, or the brakes so I don't crash and die. So, I mean, it's kind of a toss-up. Right? It's a toss-up. All right. Yeah, I do got to go in just a minute. So if anybody, yeah, I have seen a lot of videos of people cooking on rocks. I've actually wanted to try it. I really have wanted to try it. I've never cooked on a rock. So yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking it's the thermostat also, because if I mess with the temperature dial, it actually kicks it back on usually. So I'm thinking the thermostat in my vehicle is in need of replacement. That's just, yeah. Yeah, I've been thinking that too. I need to bleed the brakes and replace the brake fluid and replace the thermostat. So, I'm sorry, Alex. It's giving me the error again. I cannot show comments tonight. I'm not really sure why. I'm really not sure why. If any of my mods are still here, please give that a try, because it's just not working for me. Yep, there's one. That one worked, but the other one's still saying error. It's really weird. I don't know why. YouTube's censoring you guys. It's not me. Please don't, I don't censor people. I really don't. You can say pretty much anything you want, except for the guy who called me an idiot. He can just go that way. Yeah, you didn't see his comment either. But yeah, yeah, I do got to go. So I'll take a question. If anybody has one good question, just put it in all caps. Just one good question. Make it a good one, though. In Arizona and New Mexico, you can fry eggs on the sidewalk in the summer. Yeah, you can do that in South Texas also. Yeah, I've seen people do it just to test it out, and I was impressed. But I've also seen the shoes on people's Walmart shoes, the soles melt right off when walking down the street or standing too long in one spot in Texas. So it gets very hot in certain places. So yeah. Yeah, YouTube is definitely hard on people. YouTube is being very hard on people. Censorship is real and getting worse. Yeah, there was absolutely nothing in your comment that should have been censored. Nothing at all, but they did it anyway. How many pickled peppers did Peter Piper pick? He picked a pail, right? He picked a pail of pickled peppers. Isn't that what Peter Piper picked? I thought so. Anyway, how many is in a pail? How many pickles are in a pail of Peter Piper's picked peppers, pickles, whatever. Okay, I'm not going to talk anymore because you guys got me all messed up. Anyway, I got to go. I really do. Have a great holiday, everyone. Merry Christmas if you celebrate such things. I don't, but Merry Christmas to you anyway. Let's hope we all have a happy new year. Let's hope, because yeah, I'm questioning that, but we're going to try anyway. So everyone have a great night, and I will see you for something in the morning. I might do a morning live stream. I might do another premiere. I'm really undecided on it right now, and I don't know what the topic is going to be. But remember, tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern time, I am going to be on the Angry Prepper channel. That's going to be fun. That's going to be a lot of fun. All right, have a good night, everyone, and I will see you next time. Oh no, I gotta say, what weighs more than a pound of rocks or a pound of feathers? I'm gonna let you guys answer that question because I'm just not doing it. I'll see you guys later.